At exactly 9:47 UTC, June 8, 2021, a routine configuration change triggered a dormant bug, breaking half the internet. Within seconds, error messages cascaded across screens worldwide as 85% of Fastly's network began failing. In offices globally, workers turned to their screens in confusion. Their familiar websites had simply vanished. The outage spread like wildfire from New York to London to Singapore. A devastating domino effect. Reddit went dark. Amazon stumbled. CNN vanished. Dozens of major websites ceased to exist simultaneously. For everyday users, the internet seemed broken, and nobody knew why. Deep inside data centers, servers that had run for years suddenly failed, their warning lights glowing red. Most people had never heard of Fastly, yet this company controlled delivery for thousands of websites. With half the internet down, millions flocked to Twitter to ask, "Is it just me?" Twitter erupted with confused memes, transforming a global crisis into a moment of bewildered humor. Fastly's monitoring systems detected the disruption within 1 minute. Engineers scrambled to understand what happened. 11 minutes in, Fastly posted their first update. "We're investigating a global disruption." News organizations covered the outage itself, reporting on their own inability to reach audiences. Even the UK government portal went dark, cutting millions off from essential public services. 15 minutes in, websites remained dark, and Fastly's engineers raced to find the cause. Online shopping froze. Amazon and eBay struggled. Millions of dollars in transactions hung in limbo. Spotify, Hulu, and HBO Max failed. Millions couldn't stream their morning entertainment. For developers, GitHub and Stack Overflow vanishing meant work stopped entirely. The timing was cruel for Europe and Asia. Mid-morning disruption during peak work hours. In Hong Kong and Singapore, the outage struck financial centers during critical business hours. Fastly's stock dropped 5% as investors questioned the company's infrastructure reliability. 27 minutes in, engineers identified the culprit, a customer configuration triggering a hidden bug. The bug had slept dormant for 27 days, introduced on May 12th, waiting for activation. Somewhere, an anonymous customer made a routine change, never knowing they'd break the internet. For nearly a month, the bug lay hidden, a ticking time bomb in production code. QA teams had tested everything, but couldn't predict this specific, rare trigger condition. The bug required such precise circumstances that normal testing simply couldn't catch it. Content delivery networks are the internet's invisible highways, making the web feel instant. Across 26 countries, Fastly's network cached content close to users, reducing delays effortlessly. Varnish cache technology powered Fastly's system, optimizing internet performance invisibly. Engineers trusted these systems daily, rarely considering what would happen if they failed. When that customer clicked save, they had no idea their action would cascade globally. Within 1 minute, Fastly's monitoring caught the problem. Impressive technical surveillance worked perfectly. For 49 agonizing minutes, engineers raced to diagnose and fix the catastrophic failure. 85% of Fastly's network failed simultaneously, a scale rarely seen in internet history. Amazon alone lost an estimated 32 million, roughly 6,803s every single second. Those 49 minutes felt eternal as businesses watched. Revenue vanish in real time. Some companies had prepared, Amazon's multi-CDN strategy meant they barely noticed the outage. Amazon used multiple CDN providers with automatic failover. No single failure could take them down. eBay survived using Akamai for core pages while Fastly handled specific elements. The New York Times made a critical call: manually switch to Google Cloud backup servers. Technical teams executed practiced emergency procedures, redirecting millions to backup infrastructure. The Times came back 10 minutes before Fastly fixed anything. Backup plans save businesses. Reddit had no backup, no failover. Reddit users got nothing but errors for 49 minutes, a total blackout. The contrast was clear. Companies with redundancy survived. Single provider dependence failed completely. Manual failover proved difficult. DNS changes take time, and origin servers might be overwhelmed. Gov.uk had Amazon CloudFront backup, but manual switching cost precious decision-making minutes. This showed why automation matters. Human decisions simply can't match automated system speed. The pattern emerged. The internet had consolidated around just a few massive providers. 3 to 4 companies now controlled most CDN services. Their failures became everyone's failures. The irony was profound. Services designed to prevent outages became single points of failure. This wasn't new. In 2016, a DYN attack took down Twitter, Netflix, and PayPal. In 2019, Cloudflare's bug caused 27 minutes of disruption across major platforms. 2020 saw multiple incidents across Cloudflare, Azure, and AWS. The pattern was accelerating. 2024's CrowdStrike incident became the largest IT outage ever, costing $5.4 billion. October 2025's AWS outage lasted 15 hours. Losses exceeded $1.1 billion. Just 11 days after Fastly, Akamai failed, taking down airlines and the Hong Kong exchange. A single point of failure, one component whose breakdown collapses the entire system. Centralization made economic sense. Bigger providers meant better prices and easier management. Comparing CrowdStrike's $5.4 billion loss and AWS's $1.1 billion, Fastly's incident seemed smaller but was part of an alarming pattern. Experts' warnings about centralization proved prophetic. A handful of players controlling critical infrastructure created systemic fragility. The social media reaction revealed how unprepared society was to understand the invisible infrastructure making modern digital life possible. Ultimately, the Fastly outage served as both warning and blueprint, showing the fragility of current systems while illuminating the path toward more resilient internet infrastructure for the future.